Okay, we're live. Wait for a couple of people to get in here. The last chapter of Hunter x Hunter, I thought potentially, there might be one more. You never know. So I was just waiting on the chapter, and hopefully it'll be an exciting one. I mean, we've had a lot of chapters of Borsken and Morena, so hopefully we see her learning some techniques, maybe sped through. I mean, that would be okay if it's sped through and just we get some deaths. That'd be cool. Seeing Morena kill Borsken. I wouldn't mind her trying to escape, I'm fine with that. Yeah. I mean, you got the martial law thing as well. You got OBS. I thought I disconnected OBS for a second. Alright, we're still on. 10 chapters, I think, expected. We're all expecting it. This is what it is. I mean, I think Togashi's got 20 in the works. Give him a few months. Make sure he has some Christmas ham, and he'll be back. He'll be back kicking in no time. So, yeah, that's It needs his breaks. He's old, We all know this, and I'll put the chapter link in the description. For anyone who joins late, you can watch it later. For anyone joining the stream after the fact, and why not? I'll include my Discord server, I guess. Alright, let's get started with this. Alright, so we got chapter 410, last chapter of the run. Allow me to check one last time. Yeah, there's no going back now. I'm sure. She's sure. And she gets the yes card. This isn't right. Anything but this. So the final card, yes. Tagashi's note is the reason I'm always listening to Sakamachi when driving, because I still love them. Some band? No, Borsken goes. There's no doubt this is the card I picked. Not this. Yeah, she picked no from last chapter from memory. Is that so? I'm happy you've decided to join. But I'm just a tiny bit disappointed. You cheated, didn't you? Morena goes. In which case, it might have been after the deal card. When you flipped both cards face up, you marked the return card so she knew. Damn, you can't fool this bitch. Can I flip these two cards? See? The no and the return card, right? Yeah. Likely by bending the two corners on the front ever so slightly. That way you'd be able to recognize the card from any angle, even after it was shuffled. I'm far away, so it's difficult to see. An oracle only sees the backs when shuffling. And crushing the card in relief was merely a way of hiding the evidence. Morena continues. This negotiation game and cards themselves are part of my ability. Cheating triggers a manipulation ability that forces you to choose either yes or no. Oh shit. Even if there were only 2 cards remaining, your choice is the result of your actions. You should have expected that cheating in a fair game would be treated the same as quitting. Well, choosing yes means you'll join the team, right? Of course, I'll join the team. So, from memory, the end of the chapter, she wanted to join anyway. So I need a refresher because it's been a week. Oh, ads, fuck off. So, the return card and the no card she marked them. So she wanted to flip her own cards. The other guy gave the X and she flipped return and no. So here she picked the X card. So she had one final card to pick. One final card to pick between return and no. And she picked, from memory, she picked the return. So she picked the return to go, and not that should be killed with the no card. Yeah, okay, here we go at the end. So she crumbled it. She faked it, crumbled it, and she looks no. And then it's no mistake. She selected yes, but what could her motive be? So this was all Morena, basically. So I think people at the time thought she wanted to join to find the edge. So she gets the return. She doesn't pick the no. And she accidentally crumbled the return card. She puts it down. And she's got the yes. So she's got to join involuntarily. Now that you're officially a member, I'll explain the yes card you didn't pick. As long as you remain a living member of our team, we won't target you or those close to you naturally. My ability, Contagion, is like a mobile app. She's definitely going to die. And as an admin, I can monitor those it's installed onto. Likely by bending the two corners on the front ever so slightly. That way you'd be able to recognize the card from any angle, even after it was shuffled. I'm far away, so it's difficult to see, and Orge only sees the back when shuffling, and crushing the card in relief was merely a way to hiding the evidence. The negotiation game and the cards themselves are part of my ability. Cheating triggers a manipulation ability that forces you to choose either yes or no. Even if there were only 2 cards remaining, your choice is still the result of your action. You should have expected that cheating in a fair game would be treated as the same as quitting. Where to? Everything from your level and amount of points to your location data and ability stats I control, and it can't be deleted. The game continues until either the phone breaks, the admin is removed, or the game is cleared. I've already explained the 3 conditions one must meet to fully join. Right after you've become a full member, you're completely free. I wouldn't recommend it, but not even betrayal or infighting a band, as long as the admin doesn't deem it excessive. Borsken looks very tired. Right now, you're level 0. You haven't even met all the conditions to join. Once you clear the final condition, you'll reach the high peaks of level 1. At level 21, you'll awaken your Nen ability, and at level 100, you'll be able to make a team of your own. Just like me, killing a civilian levels you up by 1, a Nen user nets you 10, but a prince will bag you 50. Man, she's psychotic. And look, Togashi's he's getting a bit tired. Like, you can see the scribbles in the background. It's completely up to you whether you level up or not. Of course, if we find that you aren't needed, we can easily betray you. Wow, it's pretty fucked. You're free to stay here or head back to your friends. Our goal is killing people after all. Wow, it's pretty cooked. No specified time limit. They won't see any use for me once they find another specialist. If the app hacks into those it's installed on, it's safe to assume she'll know everything I see and hear. If I want to fight back, I'll need power, but the quickest way is through killing. I'll go back to my team, she goes. Don't forget, we're also your team now. Lol. I've got an objective now. Morena, can you show me the way out? Before I head back, there's a lot I'd like to know about our team. Wow, she's very, diplomatic. She's a team player, Borsken. Don't move until the inspection is complete. Anyone who moves will be shot immediately. Martial law has been declared. This is not a drill. This is like Togashi literally predicted South Korea. And martial law, tier 3 central areas under our control. Captain in S case 3101 Serejnik. 3 soldiers entered through this door, but none returned. Oh, this is for the Haley room. But the entrance, no, because the entrance is between levels of 2 and 3. The soldier who witnessed it claims they disappeared the moment they entered the room. Sounds supernatural. Yeah, it's the Haley room. They disappear when they go through this door. This may explain the missing corporal and other MIAs. We've discovered a secret room behind the neighbour's room's toilet. There appears to be evidence that the wall was cut through. The hidden room connects to room 125. The toilet to wall is a trapdoor. Tier 3 is Haley Turf. Contact Tier 1 immediately. Prince, we've discovered that what appears to be the Haley's hideout. Nen users are involved. The room's empty, but we're currently searching for other possible hideouts. Benjamin going after it. Let the 3rd squad handle Haley. Our priority is securing the princes. We must first locate Chorai and Lazarus. Who was Chorai again? The bureau guy. Oh, I changed the name of the 3rd prince, Zhengli, Chorai. So they're both gone. So it could very well likely be that Lazarus was taken to leave, possibly, or he's seen this, the way that Kachu and Fugetsu tried to escape, and Zhengli's probably with Chorai's with Kurapika. Prior to special martial law being declared, Chorei was last seen heading to Tier 2 via the bridge connecting to the ZU boss's private quarters. So they're working together. We'll confirm the route now and expect an update of his subsequent movements within 15 minutes while he's going after it. He might be seeking refuge with the Justice Bureau, or more likely he's gone to the lower levels to join up with the Mafia. Ensure the 2nd Squad's Recon and Jagged battalions focus on capturing Chorai. Yes, sir. The coma sets in 10 hours after the first symptoms appear. 2 hours later is death. I only have roughly 9.5 hours left to eradicate all the princes. Oh shit. As long as I officially win this succession war, even if I die, my children will inherit the throne. In other words, I need to use the Emergency Crisis Law Article 1 threat to maintenance of the monarchy. I only have 9.5 hours to eradicate all princes. The coma sets in after 10 hours after the first symptoms appear. 2 hours later is death. So half an hour's gone. Has he found this out? Is this Hulkenberg's ability? And Balsamico's dead. Has he been able to figure this out when, Borsken ability comes to him? He's seen this from Hulkenberg. I must receive a formal certificate from father and an announcement detailing the transfer of rights. Then there's a time it will take for the legal procedures to allow my illegitimate children to lawfully succeed me. I have no time to waste. Just 4 hours. Just 4 more princes to go. Just 4 more. Wow, we've gone forward so much. So, Luzaruf, Chorai, Zhangli, Serejnik, Camilla possibly? No way. There are only 4 left. What? And Bodoro and Mizai and the Bureau is stopping Benjamin. I am the Deputy Military Advisor, Royal Army Benjamin, under an oath taken at the Central Court to integrate the 3 powers into the Army. We will use the Justice Bureau as our operations HQ. I'll have you 3 gentlemen bear witness. Please may you first explain on what grounds you enacted special martial law and royal mandate. Serejnik and Hulkenberg conspired to perpetrate a terrorist attack using a sample of a bioweapon in development, which was brought on board by traitors within the army. Currently, we are rounding up suspects and interrogating them. The princes were brought in out of concern for their safety. So some princes were brought in. So they haven't died, they were brought in. So it's Chorai Zhangli 1, Luzarov 2, Hulkenberg. Well, maybe Benjamin knows Hulkenberg's still alive in Balsamico now. So maybe Hulkenberg 3, or maybe someone else, and Serejnik. This guy, Mizai Ghost, he's trying to subordinate the 3 powers to the army by holding the princes hostage on tier 1. I guess the intel saying he's a straightforward impulse dictator was accurate. Benjamin goes, it's clear that the situation calls for a change in power structure. We can't even allow transfers to the hospital until the circumstances have been clarified. We can't lift quarantine on anyone who may be infected until we know the details on the sample. These are all likely half-truths distorted to fit his needs, Mizai thinks. We're currently drafting the royal mandate. Once we have the king's signature and seal, we'll inform you and can go and pick it up. We must proceed with the utmost urgency, Benjamin goes. Prince Benjamin Bordai goes, you don't look too well, are you okay? Absolutely fine, he goes, that resolve, even though he's got 9.5 hours before his death clock starts. If the reason Leroy goes for his eruptness is that he's been infected himself. Using Hulkenberg as a case study, he's got 24 hours max. There may still be hope, Luria goes. If we can just hold out for one more day, I still have one final fortress. Another tidal wave hits the boat. How will the princes react? 40 minutes since special martial law was declared. So 4 hours and 40 minutes have gone since Hulkenberg technically collapsed. And 410 is in the books, done. And the note is next batch of chapters TBA. So this is really important because every last hiatus after a batch of 10 in the last 8-9 years, it's been hiatus indefinitely. Now it's next batch of chapters TBA, which I think next 6 months we're going to get another batch in 6 months' time. So very awesome. I personally think somehow Balsamiko's died. Now Hulkenberg in his body, Benjamin's ability coming back, his ability coming back to Benjamin. He's through his Nen, he's discovered that Hulkenberg is actually still alive, and somehow a virus from Hulkenberg was put on Benjamin with this timer left, and he's freaking out. He's trying to use everything in the book to get his way. There's 4 left. Luzarov, all the other princes have gone into hiding. Luzarov might be near the boat. That was previously talked with another chapter from the Gap. Get out of the boat of the Black Whale that Kachu and Fugetsu created. Serejnik, or maybe Serejnik. The other possibility could be Serejnik has somehow infected Benjamin. And then the thing is, Zhang Li's gone down, or Chorai, possibly see Kurapika. It could be, Hulkenberg is dead completely, and Balsamico as well. And Camilla is still around. I don't see Camilla to go to get help in the last stage, because basically it was said, where was it? Basically said I must receive a formal certificate of father. It will take for the legal procedure to allow my illegitimate children to lawfully succeed me. Just 4 more princes to go, he says. Just 4 more left. 4 more princes left to kill. So I'll see what other people are talking about it very quickly. Bioweapons continue. I'll put the thing off now. Bioweapons continue to be great equalizer in HXH. You can have an entire army and the strongest Nen ability on the planet, but still lose to really nasty germs. Yeah, just like with Netero. Too many things happened while Morena and Bork were playing the card game. Next batch will definitely cover an off-screen event. Yeah, and there's a lot of off-screen, like with the princes and martial law. There's an important point of a lot of people seem to forget, which is the mission Kaiser entrusted to Steiner if the ML gets declared. In chapter 400, Kaiser gave Steiner instructions to press the button if Benjamin's guards or the Royal Army appear at the Justice Bureau. Okay. So Kaiser probably pressed it. This is most likely the last resort Kaiser means. No. Okay, this is the final thing. So Benjamin's pressed the button because he says it in this chapter. So trying to find where it was said Benjamin pushed the button. Yeah, so Benjamin enacted martial law, but basically Kaiser, there's a step beyond it where to push a further button. If Benjamin goes to the Justice Bureau, which he has in this chapter, so we'll wait and see for that. The outcome of Hulkenberg's plan led to Benjamin getting poisoned by TSK-17, which caused him to quicken the announcement of martial law. So, so this is the weapon of mass destruction, a virus. According to Balsamico, TS-17 was developed by the Kurapika military to be a weapon of mass destruction, but was deemed a failure when flaws were found during its development. Balsamico believes it to be a perfect silent killer. So Benjamin's gotten that. Hulkenberg claiming ill health. Benjamin wondered if Balsamico and Hulkenberg had encountered each other before the fight. Hulkenberg, using his ability, might make Balsamico charge at him to spray. That is, yeah, it's very possible Balsamico, or as Hulkenberg in Balsamico's body, used TSK-17 to infect Benjamin. Wonder what happened to Hulkenberg and Balsa. Did Hulk use his ability and move to a random body? And what was the fate of Balsa? I really can't wait for the next batch of... Yeah, it could be either of that. It could be he'd gone to another random body to put him off guard, or it could just make sense using Balsamico. So Benjamin's secret Cacho's letter talked about that he has illegitimate children. There's baby cradles in Unma's room, seems to belong to Benjamin's child. True, probably got a lot of illegitimate child. I don't know what to think of Unma. Is she a good mother? True. Benjamin is dying. Only 9.5 hours are left for him to carry out his plan. This is getting really interesting, man. And then 2 hours before his death, will Benjamin actually die or will he survive in some way? I think it's 50-50. I could go either way depending on the direction Togashi's planning to go with the story. If we analyse the two cases, Benjamin's death will be the result in escalating the situation on the whale ship, which causes more chaos. Surgenik gets more focus, a building up for the confrontation between Kurapika and Surgenik. That's very true. Kurapika won't be bothered by Benjamin's soldiers anymore. the role of Benjamin's soldiers would be shifted to protect the child of Benjamin, or childs. On the other hand, Benjamin has a big chance to survive, especially that we haven't seen his alien. Yeah, his Nen beast hasn't been in action yet. Firstly, an alliance with Tibeppa, whose Nen beast can make drugs and antidotes, could be a possibility. And Benjamin could, he's found some of the princes who are just in protection and have given up. I presume now, because it's only Luzarif, Chorai, Zhangli, Serejnik, and probably Camilla. I doubt Camilla, is not going to agree with Benjamin. So maybe an alliance now with Benjamin, finding the lower princes. All princes have been secured by military except for 4. The 3rd and 7th prince escaped using the secret passage. So Zhangli, Chorai escaped as well. He got a letter, and I think who knows? Maybe we'll find out if in his letter it was about the passage as well. I can't remember. Maybe that was mentioned before. Mariam got his room isolated in another dimension. Number 4 is between Wobble and Fugetsu. So military have gone to all the princes except 3 and 7. Mariam room is isolated by another dimension. Number 4 is between Wobble and Fugetsu. The last time Kurapika showed up, he was hesitant between staying in room 1014 or moving to the 3rd prince's room. Whatever Kurapika decided, it will have a big influence in the story later on. If Wobble's guards descend to the lower tiers, then this may lead to Kurapika coming across the spiders, or finally knowing of their presence on the ship at least. And for Fugetsu, she can use Secret Door, Magical Worm for teleportation. Borsken cheated theory turned out to be right. I also got some of my predictions right. Yeah, nice. Interesting. I mean, it seems very plausible that Wobble with Kurapika have gone to lower level, and who knows? It could be either one of them, and a good reason for the other one getting caught. I think it seems like it could have been Kurapika left and then saying, come back, and the military have gone on to Wobble and Oito. I'm leaning more towards Fugetsu, but I still think Kurapika is going to go to the other levels. But awesome chapter. Here's the next 10 chapters to come. So thanks very much for watching. Appreciate it for the people who joined these 10 chapters live and post for any parts. Appreciate you all. Hunter Hunter again very, very soon. So thanks for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you hopefully